76ers get back in the NBA title contender conversation, Stephen A. sat down with Sixers coach Doc Rivers to discuss.
We welcome in the new coach for the Philadelphia 76ers, a champion with the Boston Celtics, obviously been coaching the Clippers the previous 7 years, the one and only Doc Rivers, new head coach for the Philadelphia 76ers. How are you, Coach? How's everything going?
Stephen, I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing terrific. Season's on its way. That's what we want. Get this thing going.
Coming into this season, Coach, how are you feeling about these Sixers? Just looking at your roster right now, do you view yourselves as a contender? Obviously, you always think you've got work to do, but how do you view this team coming into this season?
Yeah, I think we are. I think we're one of a bunch of teams in the East. The East is tough. There's a lot of good teams here, but we feel like we're one of them. I think, when people talk about our team, they always start with Ben and Joel, and they really should. And they always say this, that they haven't won. And I say, well, I can name a bunch of duels that haven't won. But with our youth, the yet word should be put on the end of that sentence. And that's what I tell our guys. We haven't won yet. And so we're on that journey just like a bunch of other teams are.
I heard you say something recently that I thought was blasphemous. I think that Ben Simmons is elite. This dude is a jump shot away from being LeBron James 2.0. That's how gifted I think he is. But not only is he not perceived as being a shooter, he doesn't even attempt to shoot. And Doc Rivers was quoted as saying, that's not that important. First of all, was that quote accurate? Did you say that? And if so, why on earth would you say that?
Because I really believe that. Like, it's important in the long run. Let's be honest. But I want Ben Simmons to play free. I don't want him to play thinking about shooting a jump shot. I want him to play downhill, get in the paint, make plays, get to the free throw line, something that no one's ever told him. Like, get to the line as much as possible, 10 times a game if you can get there. And then your shot will come. But don't go into games, don't drive to the arena thinking about, man, I need to make a three tonight. No, you don't. You need to play. I asked him a simple question, Stephen. I'll ask you. If we average 120 points this year, do you care where they're from, or do you care that we are efficient in doing it? And that's what I'm trying to tell Ben. I think naturally those shots will come, and he works on them every day. But I don't want him walking in the game thinking about shooting a jump shot.
But he's attempted 24 three-pointers in his entire career. You know the game better than me. You've been coaching on an elite level all of these years. And even though I think you're absolutely right about what may transpire in the regular season, come postseason time, if you're no threat from the perimeter, that's 4-on-5 basketball on the offensive side of the floor. Am I not right about that?
Well, not when he has the ball. People forget I have Rondo. And we won a world championship with Rondo at the point guard. And early on, Rondo could shoot the ball, but Rondo didn't want to shoot the ball. And he still doesn't a lot. But Rondo is pretty effective in the playoffs. And I think Ben can be the same way.
Daryl Morey is the new president of basketball operations. You and I have spoken. It's obviously somebody you support wholeheartedly leading this organization because Daryl Morey's record speaks for itself as an executive in the NBA. But I'd be remiss, and let me preface my question by saying I am not asking you to comment about James Harden, okay? I'm not asking that question. You're not getting fined, Doc Rivers. I'm not asking you about James Harden, okay? But I will ask you this.
Messing around with you.
That's right. We're not getting you fined. We're not getting you fined. But I will ask you this question. There are people who look at the 76ers, teams like the 76ers, the Brooklyn Nets, they say, hey, they're a piece away from title contention. I know you're feeling good about this team. Do you feel this team can legitimately compete for a title as structured, or do you think there may be a move here or there that needs to be made?
I think we can as structured. Having said that, every team is going to keep looking, Stephen A. That's just what we do, and we have to. But I like our team the way it is right now, for sure.
Last question. As structured right now, I don't want to say championship or bust, but what defines success for you with this specific 76ers team this season?
That's a great question. For me, and my goals are higher than most people, and so you set yourself up. But, I want to win the East. And then if you win the East, then you want to win it all. But the first goal is to win the East. That's the only way you can get to the finals is by doing that. And I want our guys focused on that.
And you believe it's presently constructed, y'all can win the East with the current roster?
I do.
Doc, happy holidays. Good luck this upcoming season. And you know you will see me. So I'll see you soon.
Well, I see you everywhere, Stephen A., even on General Hospital. My goodness, everywhere.
I'm working on it, Coach. I'm trying to be a Renaissance man.
What should LeBron, Luka, Giannis, and other stars want from San
to win consecutive MVPs in Steph Curry and Giannis Antetokounmpo? After that one, we've got the Nets and the Celtics. Kyrie Irving making his official return to Boston. Brooklyn looked dominant in its opener on Tuesday night, cruising to a 26-point win over the Warriors. LeBron takes center stage with the Lakers against Luka and the Mavs. This is the 14th straight season that LeBron will be playing in Christmas, tying Kobe for the longest streak in NBA history, and then close out the night. Clippers, Nuggets, a rematch of last year's playoffs where Denver came from 3-1 down to stun the Clippers and move on in the West Conference playoffs. That was last year. We'll see what happens tonight. And it is a Christmas tradition unlike any other. The one, the only Santa Rose has joined us. A very Merry Christmas, Jalen. You look outstanding.
That's mutual, my brother. Happy holidays.
Well, thank you. We look a little different today from each other. Now, we saw earlier you were fiddling with that. Where did you wind up putting the microphone on the Christmas onesie?
So I just not realized something when I was preparing to do the show, it's really tough to place a mic on a onesie, you know? So I had to kind of close the camera and kind of take it up through the ankle, Greeny, you know? Kind of like I had to take it up through here, you know? It was crazy, but I even got the shoes and everything, man. I'm in the Christmas spirit for sure, man, you know? I even got a pedicure yesterday. Look at this, like a baby's bottom. Look at this, for the holiday.
That is not the way America expected to wake up on Christmas Day, with a good look at a very handsome man's feet.
Wake up!
Okay.
Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up!
Let's go through today's games in the order they'll be played, and you tell us what gift the NBA has given us in each of these. And let's start with the Pelicans and the Heat. What is the Christmas gift that we will receive from that game today?
Thank you, Commissioner Silver, for delivering a champion in the bubble last year, getting us NBA basketball. And the first game I'm looking forward to is Zion Williamson. Remember this freak athlete that we were talking about at Duke University, Greeny? Got to the league, dealt with some injuries, had some minutes restrictions. However, he was a point a minute. This dude averaged around 25 points. He's going to be outstanding under Stan Van Gundy, running alongside his all-star partner from last year, Brandon Ingram.
I'm going to ask you one question per each one of these, and my question for you is this. If Zion is healthy all year and is not on a minutes restriction, when we get to the end of the season, will he be in the MVP conversation? Will he be that good?
Not in the MVP conversation. I'm going to tell you the conversation he will be in, though. The playoff play-in conversation. You know those Final Four teams that get a chance to play for those last two spots? He'll be in that conversation.
Okay, fair enough. Next game is Warriors-Bucks. What is the Christmas gift you were looking for in that game?
So starting the day, Greeny, I want to see Steph Curry become that guy that took the world by storm and lead these Golden State Warriors to the playoffs without his splash brother, Klay Thompson. When KD left OKC, Russ was able to do that. Since Dame has been in Portland, he's been able to do that. I anticipate Steph Curry being healthy this year and him being able to play back at an all-NBA caliber level.
Okay, that actually answered my question on that. So let me skip to the next one, which I think is the most intriguing game of the day. Nets, Celtics, what gift are you looking for in that game?
Wow, dynamic duels on both sides and the level of relevancy that we now have in New York watching quality basketball in Brooklyn, led by KD, who's coming back from an Achilles injury, and Kyrie Irving. Two of the best scorers, isolation players we have in the league. So many oohs, so many ahs, So many opportunities to get these guys to make plays for their team. And on the other side, a dynamic young duo in Jason Tatum, who just hit a game-winning shot off the glass, and Jaylen Brown, who will be all NBA defense. Just look at these dynamic duels we have going in the league. Boston has done a terrific job of building talent through the draft. I just hope that they can get some production from the 5 spot with Tristan Thompson, etc., to give these guys some balance, because they're going to be terrific on the perimeter.
If I told you this was a preview of the Eastern Conference Finals, Boston and Brooklyn, would you agree or disagree?
I wouldn't be mad at it at all, Greeny. Here's the thing about the East being so very wide open since LeBron left. Kawhi goes to Toronto, they win the East. Jimmy Butler goes to the Heat, they win the East. So now a couple of teams that have been left at the altar. The Sixers, the Celtics, and the Bucks have been left at the altar. It's up to those teams to see if they can get over the top. We're going to include the Nets in that conversation, even though Kevin Durant is coming off a major Achilles injury.
All right, Jalen, the next game, obviously a huge spotlight on the big stars. Mavericks, Lakers, what gift are we looking for in that game?
Oh, LeBron versus Luka. No question about it. So LeBron James is still playing at an elite level. The Lakers got better this offseason. Anthony Davis is going to be outstanding. He's improved his three-point shot. You add Schroeder, you add Montrezl Harrell. The Lakers are loaded. They are the clear-cut favorite to win it all. But Luka is outstanding last season, Greeny. He took that all-NBA, top 10 players in the game type of leap. He's going to be flirting with 25 to 30 points, double-figure dimes. Yes, he's going to have a lot of triple-doubles. He's a smart player, a terrific passer. No Kristaps Porzingis, however, which that's going to give the Lakers clear pole position. But Luka Doncic, if you have not seen him play, he's a wizard.